Hello all, good evening. Let me share my screen.
Hmm? Hello?
I think we are good enough to start for today's session. Let me share my screen now. Before that, I need to start record. Hey, someone else started recording. Okay, Satyagopal has started it. That's fine for me. So, guys, all of you are able to see my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Fine. We have seen this embedded system basic concepts actually. So what is the embedded systems, how the different kinds of all these things, architectures and number systems, how the embedded systems are used in the automotive and all those things. So with that, I have stopped the embedded system basics. So if anyone else wanted anything else in that particular area, you can contact me. I can explain you whenever I have the time in the offline also. That's fine for me. If not, as per my knowledge, it's sufficient for all of you guys. So if you wanted to enter into the automotive domain. Okay, so the next topic which I'm going to start is like the C language. All of you can able to see my screen. If letters are very small, I cannot do anything. So this I made it as a lesson 2, which so under C language, these and all concepts will be coming out. So introduction to C and embedded C, C syntax, how it will be comment. So guys, again I'm repeating, there are a couple of guys from the BS and BCom computers. So for them it will be little bit difficult, but please bear me all the BTech guys apart from mechanical to see all these basic concepts once again. I think it will help all of you guys to remember all the basic concepts of C language which we have learned in the our BTech college days. For CSC and EC, it might be quite easy, but guys, please bear with me. It's needed for other guys actually. So we have to touch upon all these concepts. Okay. So introduction to C and embedded C, you can see, but guys, you can compare like how the C will be used in the embedded C. So this particular topic I am going to explain with respect to the real-time projects actually. I have the real-time coding, how we will be doing it, that I will be showing it for each and every concept, and I will be, explaining that particular concepts in the notepad. So how the C syntax will be there, comments, how we will be keeping them, data types with the memory organization I will be explaining, and variables and what is the constants, what kind of operators we will be using it, and decision making loops, what and all we will be having. For loop, while loop, do while loops, if else loop, else if loops, and all those things, and how we will be writing the functions. Then the pointers is, if it is, I will be just touching upon the very basics of pointers. If anyone needed, then I can go beyond the basics also fine for me. And the structures and unions, how we will be using it, and preprocessor directives if anything is there, and macros and compilation steps. So these are the basic concepts I will be looking out, and data structures and all those things I will not be going at all for this particular concept actually. Why? Because data structures is not needed if you are into the application level development. If you are into the artificial intelligence and machine learning and deep learning concepts of embedded systems, then you must be knowing that C++ and the Python, along with that the data structures of C language. But I will not be bringing AI, ML, and DL concepts into here, so I will not be explaining the data structures. in our daily activities also, I mean in daily coding activities also, we will not be using all of those concepts. There will be dedicated teams for the artificial intelligence and machine learning, so those guys will be doing all of that. Okay, this is the overall C language which we are going to see in next couple of classes. Fine. Any other inputs, like guys, do you want to add any other topics here or any modifications? And also this is the most probably this is the flow which we will be going also, the concept wise. Any doubts?
No.
Fine. If no doubts, then let me go to the PPT. Guys, I tried to open this in the notepad, but it is not happening it. So whenever it is needed, I will be taking the snippet to the notepad and then I will be explaining. That is fine, all of you, I think so. So let me continue. So the same thing, it will be reflecting here also, the outline what we have discussed as of now. I just kept it this outline and that in sequence. Why? Because this PPT I will be going to share with all of you guys. It's not yet finished. I was just working on this PPT. So for this today's class, only up to whatever we needed till there, I have edited this PPT. For remaining things, I will be editing tomorrow, and I will share this PPT most probably tomorrow by after our class, I think so. Fine. Can anyone tell me? So it's fine for all of you, right? We'll start with the introduction to C, and then we'll slowly enter into the embedded C, and then we'll see the basic concepts of embedded C. See, basically, the C and embedded C almost 95% is same. Okay, you will be feeling that, but where and all it requires the differentiate that I will be doing it. Okay, fine. That keep this particular slide it for my reference, but mostly we will be doing it on the one note only. So if anybody wanted this one note also, I'm okay to share with all of you, but I'm just doing the different pages here, embedded systems. But till now, whatever we have done the running notes, that everything is there here, and for C language also we'll make one. Yep. Can anyone tell me what is a C language? Guys, tell me, there are many guys from the CSC. I am expecting there must be interaction from all of you.
It's
Yeah,
a
please.
basic
Programming
it's
language. The basic language.
basic
Basic programming.
programming language.
Basic programming language. What do you mean by the programming language?
Compiling, executing
Compiling,
In the code.
executing,
the programs.
executing the programs. Okay. Any other inputs? What is the meaning of C language? What do you mean by the language? First of all, tell me that basic term.
And what the human thinks to computer, okay, knowing things like programming.
See,
Set of
basically the
instructions is called language.
set of instructions.
Understand.
Okay.
Communication between a person and a machine.
Communication between a
Person and a machine.
between a person and mission. Uh-huh. That is for the language. Fine. Any inputs for the language?
It's
It's an
compiled
artificial
with
language designed to communicate instructions to a machine.
No, I don't want that much deep. I just wanted to have what is language first of all. What is language? It's a medium of communication, right? See in which language I'm talking now? That is English. English is the one language, okay? Like us, Telugu is the one language. Hindi is the one language. This is for what? This languages is for the human beings. So if any of two human beings wanted to discuss, they have to do that communication in any one of the language, right? Correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Or there is
Yes,
any
sir.
another way of communicating with the other person? If I'm speaking in the English, you understand the English, so that's the reason you could able to get it what I'm trying to say it. Correct? The same way, where the programming language we will use it. Correct. So I just asked this like C language. C is the one basic like English, Telugu, Hindi. There is a one more language called C, but this is not for the
Communication
humans.
between communication between human and computer, right?
Communication between human and computer. So that you cannot interpret in that way. So you are just trying to understand what is happening in the mission. That's all. And that also it will come if you are going in that way. You are telling to the mission that do something else in the language whichever the computer could able to understand it. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So the languages, however, we are having for systems, C is the one of the basic language. Guys, I will not be going who has started this, who invented this, and when they have invented and all those things. If anyone interested, please go through the Google and search it. It will be available. Okay, C is a basic language for all programming languages. Correct? So now tell me, where and all we will use the C language? Any examples? And someone said before example, let me finish this point also. Okay, so someone said this compiling, executing the program, this anyhow we will be going in the next slides actually. That if I'm explaining now, everyone will get confused. And this set of instructions, so what do you mean by the set of instructions? Can anyone give me the brief idea? Guys, all these things again I will be explaining one by one. I just wanted to understand where you guys are standing in C language, that's all. Guys, give me a minute. Guys, I'm back. Can anyone tell me what is this instructions? What does that mean, set of instructions?
You need to perform this way only, like conditions.
It's a list of comments.
Okay, list of comments. Okay, any other inputs? Yeah, correct. So now we have started with the letters, right? If you take in the English, it started from A, B, C, D like that. But in the after letters, what we have done? We have done the words. Okay. That words, how it will come? So it's kind of one, you know, by combining all these letters, we have phrased the words, correct? So that words, if you are combining, what will happen? Paragraph will happen, correct? If you are combining the paragraph, what will happen? Essay will happen. Am I correct? Correct, right?
Yeah, correct.
So this is usual English, okay? If you are doing same thing in the C language, the analogy for all these things, what is the letters in C language? Can anyone tell me?
0, 1.
That is at the end of the thing. But when you were writing at the language in your user code, okay. So with what you will start? That I can say as a keywords. Keywords. So if you are combining the keywords, if you are combining the keywords, what will happen? That will happen the statements. Can anyone give me the, if hey guys, if you doesn't know, that's fine, okay? I know many of you guys are not knowing all of this, but why I'm trying to pull these questions, you know, there are a lot of guys from the BTech background, so I wanted to answer all of them. To be frank, when I have finished my BTech, I was not knowing what is the C language. Even I cracked the interview in the campus without knowing the C language only. After entering into the IT industry, I learned all these things. But don't worry, you guys could able to learn it very easily. Tell me, guys, anyone from the BTech background can tell me what kind of keywords you can see in the C language?
Strings.
Huh. Okay, strings, variables, and data types.
Constants.
Data types.
Float.
Float will come under the data type. Constants. What else?
Characters.
Characters and all those things will be come under the character is the data type. But if we are using the characters as part of the variables, that also possible. Variable will come here. So loops and
Oops.
mhm.
Oops.
Pointer.
Pointer is also variable only, no? That is just concept.
Function.
Huh.
Arrays.
Array also kind of variables only, right? So there are lot of keywords, okay, but really I did not remember how many are there, but all these keywords will be starting it, okay. So by using that keywords, we will make the statements, correct? For example, A equal to B means this is one statement. A is the variable, B is the variable, but what you are doing, the data whichever there in the B variable, you are assigning it to the A. That will become one statement. With the statements, what you will do? If you are combining the, see here letters, if you are combining, it is becoming words. Now here, if you are combining the keywords, it is becoming the statements. If you are combining the statements, what will happen? It will happen the functions. If you are combining the functions, that it will become the program. This program you will execute it, I mean compile it, then it will convert that into the zeros and ones. The program whichever you have written by using all these keywords, it will become zeros and ones. This we will use it for the executions. Getting it on the high level, but all these concepts we will be going through one by one, okay? Don't worry. I just wanted to give you all of you that this is the overview which we are going to enter into the for next couple of classes. Getting it?
Yeah, getting.
Yeah.
Now tell me, Any example where you guys have used the C language? But if you have heard that somewhere you have used it, someone has used the C language, where and all we can use the C language? Tell me now.
Else, if else, therefore.
No, not that. I wanted to have the real-time examples where in the real time the C language will be used.
In networking system, switches, router,
Sorry,
routers,
routers,
Wi-Fi router.
Wi-Fi routers, perfect. But where you will use in that year, C language application will be there. Huh? If you are
Already
using there, if you are using there, that it will become the embedded C, right? Not normal C. I am asking about the normal C. If you are using inside the embedded,
Turbo
this
C,
router,
Turbo C.
Turbo C is just a compiler.
What
This is
exactly?
the one which will be used to compile the code which you have written in the C language.
Unix and Linux operating
Perfect. Linux operating systems, they will be using it. What from that? Tell me this Google Chrome or the Skype and all these kind of applications, what kind of language it will use here?
Windows big
Windows?
applications, Windows.
The application, most probably the Windows machines, whatever it will be using the applications, right? They will be all running with the C language programming only. See, this is one kind of application, right? Google Chrome. This Google Chrome will be developed by using most probably the C language only, if I remember correctly. So if you ask me the example, the application, Windows applications, I can say. Windows applications. See, this our mobile apps and all, they will be using the Android version, Android something, right? So they will be running on the Android, but these mobile apps and all will be developed by using any one of the programming language, right? That might be C language or Java. What else is there? Yeah, JS, GS, something all there, right? That I don't know. So any one of these languages they will be using for mobile applications or gaming apps and all those things. Correct. In the same way, I can say that most of the Windows applications will be developed by using the C language. I cannot guarantee that each and every app will be developed with the C language, but most of the things. Got it? So now tell me what is the embedded C? See, we saw the C language. Okay, now tell me what is the embedded C?
Code implement to hardware.
Code implemented to
Hardware.
hardware. What kind of hardware, bro? Any input?
I mean, Arduino's,
Okay.
latcher batch.
Latter batch is a debugger. I cannot tell that.
Fine.
To develop microcontroller
Like chips, IC
To
chips.
develop?
is the microcontroller applications.
Exactly. Microcontroller applications. Can anyone tell me examples? Huh? Any examples where we might have used the embedded C? If you guys are not telling this, I'm not telling this example, then most probably I will not be going too much deep into the C language. Definitely, I will be just covering as part of the class. That's all. This we have discussed a lot of things in the microcontroller applications wherever we will be using the embedded C. Everyone has to give me. I just wanted to get a lot of examples here. Where and all we will use the where and all we will use the embedded C. This is correct to develop the
IO port,
microcontroller applications.
IO ports.
IO ports is a part of the Arduino, that's fine, but which kind of real-time applications? Real-time applications, where we will use the embedded C? Real-time applications.
Sensors.
Automotive selection.
Automotive?
Industry.
This is very big, very high-level answer here. But I just wanted to give a little bit more into the usual concepts. Automotive industry, where you will use it?
Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Cars.
Cars.
Washing machines. Micro ovens.
This is what I'm expecting. Washing machines. Any other inputs from anyone else? Washing machine.
Accelerators.
Mm-hmm.
Accelerators.
Escalators. Mm-hmm. Any other inputs? Washing machines and someone else, it was saying something else here.
Micro oven.
Micro ovens.
Lift.
Lift. Any other inputs, guys? You will be seeing a lot of electronic gadgets which we will be using right in our daily lives in the home also.
Water.
Sound system.
Sound systems like Bluetooth and all.
Mouse keyboard.
Thumb.
Speakers.
Speakers will come under the
Thumb.
sound systems.
Digital watches.
Digital
Thumb system.
watches.
Thumb.
Thumb systems. Any other inputs?
Face recognition.
See, guys, basically what you need to remember, wherever the hardware is there, which is using the software to do some particular operation, particular task. For all these software, for all these hardware objects, it needed the software. This software is what? Embedded C. It might use the embedded C, embedded CPP. Now the Python is also coming into the picture. Getting you?
Yeah.
So there will be some hardware. This hardware what and all? So this basically this hardware will be containing the microcontroller. So this embedded C we will be flashing into the microcontroller so that the microcontroller can do one particular specific task. That's what we have discussed in the washing machine example. Correct? So in a
Yeah,
washing
correct.
machine, we will have the one microcontroller. We will flash some code into the microcontroller. Then it will just do its task, whatever it is meant for. It is developed actually. So even in the cars also same. We have discussed AEB feature, airbag systems, and all those things. So who will be doing the airbag system deployment? There will be one microcontroller which will ask motor to deploy the airbag. But how the microcontroller will know that? The microcontroller controller will know that because it has been deployed with some embedded C language into that. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So basically I just wanted to differentiate what is the basic C and embedded C here. So basic C is like just you will be writing some kind of application that with that you will be able to see the some kind of Windows applications or something like that. But embedded C is not like that. It is not used for any of the Windows application development or something like that. It is for the one specific task which will be working with the some kind of hardware. Guys, getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me see the PPT what is there. So if anyone wanted this PPT, just go through that. It most probably it will be having whatever I'm explaining only. Okay. You can see embedded C programming language, which is widely used in the development of embedded systems. It is a just extension of the C programming languages. The embedded C programming languages use the same syntax what we will be doing in the C language and the same semantics of the C programming language. Like it will also have the functions, a declaration of data types, variables, loops, function statements, and all those things. But the basic difference is the extension of C embedded C from standard C programming language includes I/O hardware addressing, which is part of the microcontroller, and some kind of fixed point arithmetic operations. This I will be telling it what kind of arithmetic operations which C language could not able to do it, which embedded C can able to do. Accessing address spaces. In the C language, can anyone knows where the programming will be get stored? See, it will be using our computer or the mobile phone RAM memory only, right? But in case of embedded C, where the memory will be get stored, the microcontroller itself, it will be having some specific memory. That memory only it has to store it. So now if it is what is this washing machine has to be run. So how does it know what it has to do the next functionality once it is done with the initialization of washing machine? The programming, whatever the washing machine has to do, it will be get stored inside of the microcontroller only. That is very small device, which we have seen it already. 1 minute, someone is calling. So can anyone tell me like how the addressing will happen in the embedded systems? So in the embedded systems, it will have the physical memory available in the microcontroller itself. So if whenever it has to access any of the memory, it will be accessing from the microcontroller itself. But in the C language, it's not like that. This application you will be installing it whenever it is needed. It will use the CPU or not CPU. This laptop memory. Correct, right? Got it? So most probably we will be seeing all the C concepts, okay, whichever it is needed for the programming of embedded in the real time. Okay, but you guys, let me open any one of the real time project. Guys, this is how the real time project will be looking out. Let me show the structure, okay. So this is a folder structure it will be having in the real time in your projects. But anyhow, this we will be seeing at the later also. But I wanted to take one of the guys, don't leak all this information to anyone else, okay? This is very confidential, which we are not supposed to disclose on the open forums actually. But for your better understanding, I'm just showing it. For next class, I will show you the in the Notepad++. But for this class, please bear with me in Notepad only. So this is how the files will be looking. Okay, so whichever we will be seeing, this is entire comments, okay, don't worry about all these things. And this is this particular file is about what and all that will be mentioning. So guys, how do you want to, you guys wanted me to execute some of the programs on online, or just it's okay for you guys give me, if I'm just writing the codes on the Notepad and going ahead is fine? How do you want?
Can you execute the programs?
Okay. Any other inputs, sir? Any other expectations? Guys, for this C language, you no need to install any of the tools and all those things, but it's you can use just like online C compiler. If you wanted to become masters in this one, you can just use the program online C compiler. There are multiple compilers in the online. You can just use it. So what I have done, I have just opened the C compiler. Okay. So what did it open? There is a one main.c file. So whatever the program, so what I will be doing, I most of the times I will be trying to explain on the notepad, and also I will be showing a couple of things on the online compiler, and also I will be showing you how the coding will be done for particular concept in the real time. Also I will be showing it. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
So now the first concept is from where it is coming up. Syntax. Okay. So you can see here, this is the syntax. Hash include stdio.h. Then it will start with the main. Then it will have some comments and printf. See, basically this is a normal C language which I have opened, but in the embedded C there will not be any printfs and all. Can anyone tell me what is the reason? Any guess?
Sorry.
Very basic thing.
Come again.
In normal C language, there will be a printf statements and scanf statements and all those things. But in the embedded C, there will not be any statements like that. Can anyone tell me what is the reason?
As we have given two instructions to hardware.
Perfect. If you are giving instructions to the hardware, why can't you use the printf?
Um,
Why? Any CSC guys or anyone from the ECE background? ENC should
Before
able to
that, I
tell
have
it.
one doubt.
Sorry?
Before that, I have one doubt. Okay,
Yeah,
is that
tell me.
hardware will read binary code?
Huh? Otherwise, how does the hardware knows that what software it has been flashed into it?
Fine.
See, what is embedded system? First of all, there will be hardware. Into that hardware, we will be doing some software flashing it. Then only hardware knows that what it has to do, right? If you are getting that doubt, you can just take example of washing machine only. Got it?
Yeah, got it. Got it.
Can anyone from the ENC background, can anyone tell me that why printf we cannot use in the embedded C? You can use it, but it will not be useful in the embedded C language.
What is the main reason for that one?
That's what I am asking, bro.
Exactly, don't know.
Fine. So in this normal C language, if you are doing the printf, what will happen? Any CSC guy? I am not having the names here. Otherwise, I could have
It
called
will
each
print the
each
statement.
one of. It will print the statement, right?
Yeah,
Print the statement and it will show you on the window, right?
exactly.
But in the hardware where you are having the window to show that printf statement. You are getting it?
Getting But it will show in a digital form, right? What do you call
That digital is something else. If you are doing the printf statement, it cannot display on the LCD. To display on the LCD, this hardware has to done some coding actually. That is not printf actually. So this LCD will have some pins, okay?
Yeah.
These pins will be connected with the microcontroller pins. If anyone has worked on the Arduino, it will have nearly 32 to 40 pins actually. With these pins, you will be connecting with LCD. So to display something on the LCD, you need to do some coding for that. With the printf statement, you cannot show anything on the LCD or something. If you are doing printf statement, the hardware cannot able to understand what it has to do. It will just execute and it will keep calm. Getting it?
Yeah, getting okay. Then what will you use instead of printf in for hardware?
We will not use anything. That if you, whatever the coding you will be doing, that hardware will get understand that. Depends on that. It knows what it has to do. Whether it has to take the input from sensor, that it will take it. If it wanted to run the motor, that it will run it. This kind of outputs it can do it. If it wanted to display something on the LCD, that it will display by using a printf statement. In the embedded system, there is no use. That is nothing in embedded C. Got it?
Yeah, got it, but little bit confusing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
actually, I'm from CSICA with but I develop a project in Arduino only. But we write printf scanf statements also. That's I'm thinking.
Printf scanf statements, you will be writing it. Why? Because I will tell you. So for Arduino, you have used the IDE,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
So
ID only.
whatever the printf or scanf you will be doing it, that where it will show?
In ID only.
It will show in the IDE. That inputs the microcontroller, whichever it will be there in the Arduino, will be. Don't worry. It will not worry about what is that about.
Okay.
Got it? This is
Yeah,
what
got it. Got it.
application. IDE is what application.
Application, yeah.
So application could able to access it. This kind of applications we will not have anything in the real time. So now tell me, in the real time braking systems, whether it will show anywhere like it is applying the brake in the cars.
No,
Is it needed at least to show that?
no.
Then what is the need of printf or scanf?
Okay, fine.
Got it now?
No, I got it now.
So in the basic, everyone clear, right, with this? I will be starting the C language now. Till now, these all are the introduction. I don't know why this much time it took it, but it's fine. It may today's class. It may go beyond the schedule. 9 to 10. It was supposed to finish it, right? I may take 10 to 15 minutes more. I just wanted to finish couple of topics today. Fine, right, with everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes.
Fine. So for every language, we will have some syntaxes, right? For Telugu, I cannot explain this Telugu here. I cannot write in Telugu very well. If you take the English, okay. So if there is any sentence finished, then there should be a full stop. If there is any paragraph end, then there should be. It's not mandatory, but you can have some space here. Correct? What and all these things? If there is any comma, then next should be space. Does anyone know this syntaxes? If there is any full stop, then next there should be a space. If I can say in the small words like if there is any special character symbols, after that in the same paragraph, if you are continuing something, there must be a space. If you have typed something in the MS Word, then you might have understand all these things. Correct? All these are the syntaxes for the English language, right? Am I correct?
Yeah,
In
correct.
the similar way, for C language also, we are having some syntaxes actually. Whatever the program you will be, whatever the project or program you will be doing it, program or the project you will be doing it, it must be having the main function. So that it will be starting from here only. See, for example, if I'm running the embedded, not embedded, sorry, yeah. What is this? Google Chrome. If I'm trying to start it, it when I just double click on that particular icon, it will go to the main function of it. Then what it will do? It will just display me the one page. After that, it will check is there any settings like any default tabs it has to be open. This is how the coding it will be done for the Google Chrome, correct? That is the reason here you will be seeing it. I cannot write on the what is this here, online compiler. Okay, I will be keeping my cursor on that. Okay, I have just opened the online compiler and the notepad side by side. Most probably I will not be showing anything on this one today, or else I will be showing it. No worries for me. Okay. Why? Because this will make you little bit confusion. If I open in the notepad plus plus now, it will be good actually. This PC is not having the notepad plus plus. I forgot to install it. Okay, so that is how the each application or each any feature will be having some main function. Main is the one from where the program execution is going to start it. Guys, anyone is feeling any difficulty here? Hello?
No,
Getting
no.
it right? With beta guys, I am fine with that.
Yeah.
There are a couple of guys from the BCom computers and BSc computers. Are you guys are feeling comfortable? Or do you want me to go little bit, still basic things? I cannot go beyond this year. To be frank, I am not a professional trainer. Okay, I am just trying to bring all of you guys into the one single page. Anyone from BCom or BSc background? Can anyone reply for? Do you guys are able to understand it?
Yes, understand.
Fine, fine. So this every program will have some main function. Okay, this from here it is going to start it. So that's the reason if you observed when I opened the C compiler, it started with the main.c. See, before that .c means what? Anyone tell me? What is .c and .h? So these two are the files extensions. Okay. Can anyone tell me other files extension formats?
.py file.
Dot?
HTML.
Which one? Dot?
py
.py is for what?
Python file.
If it is in Python language, that it will be in the .py. Any other extensions? Not only the code. Hey, what is this?
Java.
.html. What is this about?
HTML.
HTML file.
For HTML files. I did not remember what is this extension, but this is for the, it will basically open in the HTML format, which is a Google, not Google, web browsers could be able to understand it. Any other extensions? Java, I'm not sure it. Any other extensions? I never worked on Java here, to be frank. Any other extensions? Dot?
.exe.
Exe is what?
I think it's Excel.
No, yeah. Excel is XLS or the Excel XX something it will be.
EXE for execution.
Execution means what? Yeah, don't feel bad, okay? I will be going, depends on how you guys are giving answers, okay? That's my habit actually. Even if I take the interviews, so that is how I will be going it. Don't feel bad. You will understand the subject if I'm going in that way. I will start from one
Dot
point of
JS.
sorry,
Dot JS.
that AS.
JS.
JS is something. Yeah, I
dot txt, dot word.
Dot doc
this is
or
what
dot
I'm
JavaScript.
expecting.
JS means.
Dot PDF,
dot
dot
PDF
TXT.
dot doc
Huh?
dot doc.
Dot doc,
JPG.
JPG. All these are the extensions, okay? For the different kinds of formats, we will have the different kinds of extensions. For PDF is what? Portable document file something. TXT is what? Text document. Doc is what? Document in the Word format. JPG is what? Image format. XLS is what? Excel format. JS is JavaScript. If you are writing coding into JavaScript, then it will be JS extension. .exe is what? Can anyone tell me? That is execution file. That's correct. So if you want to install any of the file, that will be in the .exe format, correct? Have you guys have observed it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how all these file extensions. So the same way for C language, we will have the two extensions, okay? C language. That is C and embedded C. Normal C also same extensions, embedded C also same extensions, we will be having it. If any of the files are in the C++, then it will be CPP format, that's all. But still it will also have the .h. Can anyone tell me what is the .h? Seriously, guys, I'm very sorry, guys. You guys have to tell all these basic things.
Header file.
Header file.
That, what header file it will hold? Some header information here. That header we can see what kind of header it will hold. Getting it? Now, if you see the basic main.c, okay. So if it is a C language program, it must have at least one .c and one .h file. Correct? Then only we can call that as a C language program, right? So that is the reason when I have opened the C compiler, it is just showing like main.c. This is one .c file, main file that is, and it is also showing stdio.h. You can see on the compiler side. stdio.h is some header file which is having the what is this printf statement means. Getting it? So this stdio will be having all kind of some basic printf scanf definition.
Input
Sorry.
output function.
Input output only. So in basic normal C language, we will be using IO. Input output means printf scanf will be there. Some other by default functions will be there. But in case of embedded C, we no need to have the stdio.h. Why? Because we will not be using this printf scanf and all those things. Okay. What does that mean? Hash include?
Its main syntax.
It is including
Um,
like libraries.
Perfect. So it is for the not only library, I can say it is for the header file inclusions. It can include the standard library files and also user defined header files also, right? Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So it can use hash include in the sense it knows the compiler. I'm referring many times the compiler. Let me give you the brief about the compiler. Compiler is a one tool, okay? One tool which is which can be used for compilation purpose. Got it? Again, what is this compilation? Compilation is like you are writing the code in this format, right? In the language whichever you could able to understand in your at least you could able to read it, right? Hash include stdio, int main, printf, return 0, all these things. So that you are just writing it for your comfortable to write the some programming language, correct? So this compilation is the process where the compiler will be converting this user code into zeros and ones. Can anyone tell me what is the need of zeros and ones? Why you are converting into the entire this entire program into the zeros and ones?
For system understanding.
System understanding.
Perfect. For system understanding, we will be converting this into the zeros and ones. That is what the compiler will be doing it. So what I mean to say is hash include, if you are keeping it, then compiler can understand it. Hash include in the sense this is one stdio is a one .h file, which is a header file, which it has to include into this main.c file while doing the compilation. Why? Because there is some dependency from the standard input output.h file. The standard input output.h file is having the printf statement. Printf is what here the function, okay? That function definition is there in the standard input output.h. Got it? This is the very basic code which I can give you. So now can anyone tell me what will be the output if I run this?
Hello world.
World.
See here.
Hello world.
If I'm running here in backend, there is a compiler, online compiler is installed, okay? That will be running it and it will be giving the statement whatever there in the printf. So this printf, I have the output window here. That's the reason it could able to show here. But in the embedded C, I will not have this kind of outputs and all those things, okay? I will be directly flashing that code into the microcontroller. Microcontroller has to do the one particular task, sequentially. If you are getting any doubt how I'm telling, you just remember the washing machine example only. Got it? So this is the basic syntax of which each and every C programming must be having it, okay? Can anyone tell me what is this? This is our next topic, okay? Comments. Correct? How much you are keeping the comments, that doesn't matter for the compiler. Can anyone tell me what is the need of keeping the comments while you are writing the code?
It won't read that one, okay.
Sorry?
Understanding purpose.
Perfect. For understanding purpose. See, today I have written this code, okay? This is very simple. You can get to know printf is doing the hello world. Let me show you the real-time code. What you can understand from this code? Can anyone tell me? This is not the proper way of coding it. Getting it? So here you can see it. This is like on the lane left type, like this functionality is to find out what kind of lanes are there on the road. This is one kind of, this program is for the ADAS actually. What kind of lanes are there on road, it is what it is trying to find out. Left side what kind of road, right side what kind of road, what is the color printed on that particular road is what it is for trying to find out. I just kept that comment. That's the reason you could able to understand that this switch case is for finding the left type. What is the lane left type? If are going in the two-way road, there will be a right and left, right? What is the left type? What is the right type? So that border is a car, or like it is having any continuous line. So You guys have observed, right? In the turnings and all, there will be curved lines actually with a white, at least in the Indian roads. White and yellow.
Yeah.
These colors will be there. So to find out that kind of lines, this function has been written. Okay. If this particular kind of comments are not there, then it's very difficult to understand what is happening. But this is also not a good way of coding it. This I have only done it, but that was done in a very hurry way. So that's the reason I was not able to maintain the proper comments and all those things. Okay, but whenever you are writing the one particular line of code also, then you mustn't give the comment why you are writing that comment, why you are doing that particular line of code. So in the compiler, you can give the multi-line single line comment or the multi-line comments actually. So here we have given the single line comment. So if I'm giving the multi-line comment, then forward slash star, again after your comment forward star star and forward slash. Then the compiler could able to understand that this is just a comment which the coder has given just for his understanding purpose. It will not bother about what is there inside that what is the slashes. Okay, inside this it's up to you, whatever you want to give you can give. If I give my name, then it will print my name. You don't care what you have given it. See here, it has given location. Okay, and to make you understand better way, if standard io.h, in front I'm telling that this printf is a function type which is having the definition inside the stdio.h file. If I am commenting this, now it can tell me anyone what will happen if I run it.
Error will come.
That is not working. It is going comments.
So hey, how come yeah this is but backend it is taking something else. Okay, somehow it is taking hash include stdio, but definitely it should have thrown the error like printf is not yet defined. That is what I was expecting, but somehow backend it is taking the stdio.h. That's the reason if I'm running it, it is giving me the proper output. Got it?
Got it.
That is what
Yeah.
you can see here. The same thing I have kept it. Yes, where if I'm doing some kind of copy pasting, most of the times I will be giving from where I will be doing copy pasting. Guys can go there and you can explore more things. Okay, but why I'm doing copy pasting is I wanted to bring the concept into the one particular page so that all of you, whenever you want to go through, you can just see this PPT. You will get on the high level at least. You can see my PPT, right?
Yeah.
So next is the C comments. As we have seen already, single line comments start with the 2 forward slashes. This is what. So here you can see printf hello world. This is a comment. Next also the C comments only. Multi-line comments start with the forward slash star, forward star, star and forward slash. So this is what you can see. The code below will print the words hello world to the screen, and it is amazing. What amazing? I don't know. Got it? This is the basics. Okay. Till here it's very basics. Now next onwards the real concept will be coming into the picture. So next one is we'll see these data types. Okay, these data types I will be just explaining today. Next class you guys come up with some you have to study yourself for the storage classes and then come for the next class. If there is no answers from all of you, I will not be continuing that class. How much time we are spending, that much time even you guys have to spend here, then only you can able to learn the concept. Otherwise it will become difficult. It will become one way teaching. I will be keep on teaching. Anyhow, I know these concepts, that will be fine for me. It will be kind of revision. But for you, if I'm spending here the 2 hours, then you need to study at least 8 hours if you are not familiar with these concepts. Then only it will be good enough. So now you guys are having the time at least. Once you get offer, then you will not have any time. So why? Because you have to do a lot of many other things there. You need to make sure and you need to be ready for to join with the companies. That time definitely you will not get the time. And once you entered into the team, then that struggles is a different thing actually. Most of you guys will be keeping some little bit more experience, then you will be entering it. So those guys will be expecting something. Then you are not knowing at least the basic things only. Then they will be expecting something else by keeping the in their mind that you are having some experience. So that's the reason I will be keep on pushing you to study from your end also to then you once you entered into the company, then it will become very easy for you. All these basic things again, you no need to study at that time. You will be little bit free. You no need to scare for if they are asking anything. Okay, that's the reason. Don't waste your time. Just try to understand the concepts, and you can keep on asking me. If you are asking me in the WhatsApp group also fine. If you are asking in the Skype group also fine. Till now we have finished almost 6-7 classes. No one asked a single question also in any one of the group. It's very bad, yeah. If you guys are asking and if you are not responding, that is something else. We are just waiting for your questions. No one is asking it. That means that no one is doing something background work. If it is going in this way, it will become a lot of difficult for all of you guys. It's just waste of time for me and for you as well. Okay, if I am asking any of the questions in the class, only only some people are frequently answering it. I'm very happy for them. They don't bothering about like whether it is a correct or wrong. At least they are trying it. Everyone should take that initiative and try to learn it. If you are opening your mouth, then only you will able to learn something. Again, I don't want to make it as a boring class like what we were having in the BTech. Coming for classes and listening and going out and doing something else is not a good thing. If anyone is having that kind of feeling, please don't join for these classes at all. If you are spending some time, you should able to learn something. Fine. Can anyone tell me what is these data types?
Float, int, double, char.
Wait, let me open my notepad. Can anyone tell me what is the need of data types?
To convert one data type to another data type, string to array.
One data type to other data type. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that much deep, but I just wanted to know what is the data type. What do you mean by data type?
Storage of values.
Data type means taking the string is a value. What's int means number. That's
Storage of values. Perfect. Any other inputs?
It is done in preferred format or any. It will segregate the
Mm-hmm.
whether it is a small characters or capital characters.
Mm-hmm. So in the real time, so we will be handling most of the times with the data only, right? Data only, right? Again, if this data, how it will be get converted into the numbers only, right? Correct? So data types will be telling how these numbers has been handled in the programming. Getting it? Now tell me, someone told what kind of data types you will be having it.
String, int,
No, string is
char.
not data type. String is not
Sorry,
data type.
int,
Int,
char,
char,
Float,
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 double,
oh,
default,
double,
uh-huh.
default,
Default is what?
Pointer.
bool,
Long int. So someone
else,
said Boolean.
else,
Pointer.
if else,
Huh?
else,
Pointer.
No, else if else is like else if else is loops. They are not data type. Anyhow, we will look into this concept later. Pointer is a not data type. I cannot say that. Pointer is just a variable.
but long, short,
Long shot. I can take
structure,
it, but I will be taking them as a separate.
structure, array,
Mm-hmm.
structure,
That is the
array,
different kinds. So structures,
arrays,
arrays. What is the counterpart for the structures?
Unions.
Union. Perfect. So these kind of data types will be there. So what they will be telling about? So integer is a data type. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by the integer? Yeah, I will be closing this
integer is
PPT.
a number.
Wait, let me maximize it. I will not have any need of PPT. Can anyone tell me what is that integer?
can we represent as int a, b, int is equal to 1,
Int equal to 1 now.
int a is equal to 1,
Okay, that's fine. Int equal to 1 you cannot do, madam.
int a is equal to 1,
That's fine. So this integer is basically, anyhow, this we will be looking again. Okay, this integer is a data type which can be represented to the number types. Correct? Character
Yeah.
is what?
Alphabets.
alphabets,
Not only alphabets. It can also represent some special characters.
ASCII characters.
But in the real time, this is not meant for that. I will be telling this is some special case. I will be telling that. But if you are reading theoretically, we will think that character data type can able to store only alphabets. That in the single what is that single quotation something A, B something like that. But it's not that the case actually. That I will be telling it. If I forget also, anyone can remember me this point. Okay. Whenever I will be showing the code, right, that time you can just remember me. I will explain you. Not immediately, whenever you feel that it is needed. Can anyone tell me what is the float?
Either true or false.
Decimal,
Then what about
decimal
the
values.
boolean? Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Boolean, sorry.
Boolean
Real
yes
number
or no.
values, decimal points,
1.1, 2.2, 3.3. These kind of things, integer, why can't it can able to store it? Why can't you represent the integers for the 2.2, 3.3 and all?
It will take approx value.
Correct. So integer is what? Integer only. It cannot think. It don't care about the after point whatever it is there. It will just take only the first one. But if you are if you are dealing most of the fractions, okay. So in our embedded C, These fractions 1.1, 2.2, 3.3 is it will plays very important role in some of the cases. Very important role. These fractions 1.1, 2.2, 3, these things. It will plays very important role. So float is one of the major, not major, main data type which we need to follow. Now tell me double. Double.
Money.
Wait.
Is long.
Long, short, and double. They will come under the some different category. I will tell you. I don't want to club here. Now, what does that mean? Boolean.
0 or 1
Either
Yes or
either
no.
true or false.
and 1.
Or
I mean true or false.
True or false?
or
False
true.
else 0, true else 1.
Perfect. So this is how the Boolean we will be representing, right? So let's see, I can say integer, character, float, and Boolean. These four are the main data types which we will be using apart from the user data types. Okay. So this long means this long might be going for short int, long int, double, something like that. Short float, long float. For Boolean we cannot have it. So long in the sense, so basically can anyone tell me how much data it can take? I will tell format. This is a format. Now I will be writing size for each one of them. Can anyone tell me how much size the integer can take it?
2 bytes.
Any other inputs?
2 bytes.
Any other inputs?
2 or 4?
8 bytes.
4 bytes.
16.
16 bits are bytes, madam.
16 bits.
8 bytes.
4 bytes.
Now tell me, someone said 2 or 4 bytes. Why? Who is that? I know his name. Hey guys, if it is wrong also, that's fine for me. I wanted that guy name. Who was that? Guys, I will not be asking anything. Okay, just tell me that's the correct actually. 2 or 4 bytes is the correct. I just wanted to know what is the reason behind that.
And the signed integer.
Sorry.
Uh,
Can you repeat once again? I was not able to hear that.
Signed and unsigned is the integer. Signed integer and that unsigned integer it will take.
Perfect. That is something else that I forgot. Completely I forgot. That I will be writing here. Signed and unsigned. This is a different thing. I will be telling this. Now I wanted to answer for this 2 or 4 bytes. Why,
Operations will be fast and efficient.
That is different thing. But why the integer will take the 2 or 4 bytes is what my question.
Maybe all it is in binary language, right?
If it is in binary language. If it is in binary language.
0, 1, right?
No. So 0, 1 means how much? 0 is 1 bit, 1 is 1
already
bit. Here we are talking about 16 bit and 32 bits.
It's a storage byte. It's a storage size.
It is a storage size. So if you are declaring any of the parameter, like someone said that int a equal to 1, okay, int a equal to 1. A is the variable here. So we are telling that a is a one parameter, one variable, one identifier, which is of type integer, and it is going to hold the value 1. Correct?
Right.
Yes.
Int a equal to 1. So what is the a here? It is a variable. or the parameter? Parameter. Or it is identifier. Any of these term refers to the same thing. Okay, you can call this as a parameter, variable, or identifier. Anything is fine for me. Int a equal to 1. A is a parameter. Okay, you are making that as an integer type. What does that mean? A is the integer type variable, correct? Which is going to occupy 2 bytes or 4 bytes of memory, which is there in the your microcontroller. Your microcontroller will have RAM and ROM, right? So in the RAM, it is going to occupy this much data. How can I say this much it is going to occupy? It depends on the compiler. Compiler will decide it. Does anyone knows it?
No.
Compiler is the one who will be deciding how much memory it has to take it. So if it is a compiler is 16-bit, 16-bit compiler or 32-bit compilers, we will be having it. So if it is a 16-bit compiler, it will allocate 2 bytes for this A. If the same program you are running with the 32-bit compiler, then it will allocate 4 bytes. Got it? It's up to the compiler how much size it has to be allocated.
Okay.
Fine. Now tell me how much size the character will occupy. I hope everyone got it. What is the why it is the 2 or 4 bytes? Only in the integer type it will happen.
1 byte.
1 byte. 1 byte means how much?
8 bits.
8 bits. Perfect. What about the float? How much size it will take?
Float also same 4 bytes.
How much boolean will take? Basically, boolean is not a standard data type. Okay, we will be doing some typecasting with the character only, so it will take just 1 byte only. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what does that mean? Signed and unsigned. Guys, even if it is a wrong, that's fine for me. Please open up your mouths, okay?
Actually, signed values, unsigned values, right?
Both includes positive
temporary.
and negative numbers.
Which one? Which format will
Signed.
include both positive and
Signed.
both positive and negative?
Negative numbers.
What about the unsigned?
Only positive.
Can only positive.
Positive means the range from where it will start. From 0 to
0 to
infinite. Correct? These all are the unsigned. Signed means this will come from the negative values. Means like -10. It will also include 0. It will also include +10. Correct? It may have the both signed and unsigned. Both positive and negative values. Correct, right? Correct?
Correct.
Now, can anyone tell me unsigned integer? What does that mean? I have unsigned int a. What does that mean?
Value having only positive value.
What is this a?
variable.
A is a variable which is going to store the only positive integer values, correct?
Yeah.
If it is assigned, A is a
Maybe.
parameter, it can store negative values or
Negative
positive
values.
values. Correct?
Yes.
Now I can tell you one basic thing. If you are not specifying signed or unsigned, by default the compiler will take it as a signed. Which means that A can able to store both negative and positive. Got it, right?
Yeah, got it.
So till what value the A can able to store now? Integer is what? It can store 4 bytes. Let's take example, okay? Most probably now whatever the compilers are coming is the 32-bit compiler. So you can remember that integer can able to occupy 4 bytes of memory if it is having any integer parameters. So now you are having some memory location. You can just imagine, okay? You are having some memory location where A is going to store. So is of type integer, right? So depends on this type, the compiler will allocate the memory for that particular parameter, okay? Depends on this data type, compiler will allocate how much memory the parameter A is needed. So it is a 4 bytes, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 bytes. 1, 2, 3, 4 bytes of memory in the memory block, it will be allocating it. So it will have very big memory, might be starting from 0. It is the 1000th memory location. It is the 2000 memory location. In the 2000 memory location, for 4 bytes, it's allocating for the parameter A. Correct? In the same way,
correct.
it's a 4 bytes means it's difficult for me to explain you the what range of value it can able to store it. Okay, so let me take the char. Okay, char size how much?
8 bits.
8 bits, right? So in the same memory location for char B, okay, this is not char A, char B. This is so in the somewhere in the memory, it is allocating some memory for the B. For that memory, variable means what? Can anyone tell me? Just name for the particular memory location, that's all. Variable is a name which we will be giving it to the some memory location. So entire thing will be handling with the memory only, right? So we cannot handle every time with the memory addresses, okay? So that's the reason for our easy purpose, we will be making the variables. For giving the variables, then compiler will allocate some memory for that particular variables. So I can say variable is a just naming convention for the memory location. Okay, B is a variable which is of type a character. Character means what? 8 bits or 1 byte. Correct? 8 bits in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 1, 1. So this is how it can 8 bits it could be able to store it. So what will be the maximum value of 8 bits if you are representing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the maximum value, right? For 8 bits.
Yeah,
Correct, right? Am I correct? 8 bits means what you can do it here? Calculator. Huh? So in the binary, if I'm giving 1111, 1111. So what is the maximum value? In hex that is FF. In the decimal it is a 255. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
So this value of B in B, where is this B? In B, max to max, B can hold the maximum value of 255. That's all. So for B we have allocated 8 bits in the memory, right? If all the 8 bits, if you are making it, what will happen? It will become 255. So this particular memory location which you are referring as a B will be able to hold only the value up to 255. Okay, so till 255 you can assign some values to the B. Getting it? Guys, it might be confusing you. I have started with very basic, then I am going little bit deep into the subject actually. But I cannot do anything here. You guys have to, you know, make presence of your mind here and try to understand it. Does anyone feeling any difficulty?
No.
Fine, right?
No. Yeah.
So value of B could able to store the max to max of 255. So if you are, for example, if you are assigning the value 256 to B, then can anyone tell me what will happen the value of B now? No, this, see, for B you are telling that it is a character type. For character, the max to max it can allocate 8 bits in the memory. If you are making all the 8 bits 1 it will become 255 only. If you are allocating 256 to B, now what, this memory location it cannot fit, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
If I am giving 256, again it needed 9th bit, correct? But we are not having the 9th bit. The size is very limited. It is having only 8 bits for the character type.
It's going another address, right?
It will not go another address. Why? Because for B there is only one particular address that is size of 8 only. 8 bits. So now what will happen, you know, again it will come, see, character is the unsigned one, right? Unsigned char, right? So which means values from 0 to 255 it can hold it. 2 power 8 means what? 256. But you are starting from 0. So that's the reason unsigned character, any character variable could able to store only till 255. So again, if you are incrementing by 1, 256 is happening, again it will become 0. Now char B value will be 0 now. If you are making it 256, in the memory it will be 0. If you are making it 257, in the memory it will be 1. It will start from 0 again. If you are reaching the maximum value, it will start from the 0 again. Getting it?
Yeah, got it.
Hey guys, this there is a one basic logic he has explained. I forgot. There is some YouTube video. Okay, I cannot bring that, or I could not able to remember that. So YouTube video. What was that? Institute. Naresh High Technologies. That guy Srinivas, Mr. Srinivas has explained about these data types. Okay, you guys could able to refer. That is just 10 minutes video. You guys can see that. Okay, how this round will happen. It okay. Now 250. It starts from 0. He explained with some clocks and all those things. I forgot that what was that concept. So it will start from 0. It reaches to 255. Maximum is 255. Again, if you are incrementing by 1, it will go to 0. Like that it will be happening it. Okay. So for character, this is how it will happen. But for integer is 4 bytes, right? Integer is 4 bytes. So that int a, if you are making this integer a, it can able to store the maximum value if it is assigned minus value to the plus value, including 0, it could able to store. I will show you what and all that maximum ranges. No one will be remembering them. Okay. If it is unsigned int A, it will store from 0 to some 2 power 32. 2 power 32 how? 4 bytes means how much? 32 bits. So each bit how we were representing 2 power 32. So that is what the table I have given. That is what the table I have given. Bit is the one, either 0 or 1. Signed int. This guy have taken 2 bytes, okay. But if it is a 32-byte controller, a 32-bit compiler, it will take 4 bytes. So if it is a signed, then 2 power 16 how much? I cannot do here, yeah. 2 power 16. How can I do it?
65,536.
So 65, 535. Okay. If it is unsigned, 2 power 16 means 65535. So if it is assigned, minus 32,768 plus 32,767. So this much range the assigned integer parameter could able to store. Got it? So if you are taking 2 power 16, that is 65535 value. Okay, if it is a signed one, signed int A, which means it could able to store minus values also. Minus 32,768 something was the value. 768. And it can also store from this range to 32,767 it can able to store. Correct. Including 0. So the value of the parameter A will be allocated with the 16 bits of memory in the memory location. So with that 16 bits, you can make this kind of range. If it is unsigned int A, you could able to store 0 to 65535. So in the same way, if it is a 32 bit, the range we have given here. For float, it is a 4 byte, right? For float 1.17549 e power minus 38 to something. This range I did not understand. If anyone is interested, you can see plus or minus that is. For double also 4 bytes. So that also it can store that much values actually. Signed character is 8 bit, so minus 128 to plus 127. Unsigned character is 8 bit, which means only positive values 0 to 255 it could able to store it. So these are the data types, depends on which the compiler could able to allocate the memory how much it is needed. Okay, just give me 5 minutes. I think it's going beyond our time. I will finish these data types. Okay. So the char k, unsigned char, unsigned uint 8 and all this I will be telling in the programming. Uint 8 also we will be just typecasting. Uint 8 or character both are same. That's what I was telling. You guys can ask me in the class. I will be telling it, right? So I was telling you guys, right? So character means if someone was telling alphabets A, B, C and all. It's not necessary to allocate only alphabets or the ASCII values. Even you can allocate whatever the number. Why? Because whatever the number you will be, whatever the alphabet you will be allocating, that A means in the ASCII it will convert, it will come into the 91 or 61 or something like that. So that also will be bringing that into the numbers only. So if you are giving normal 10 for 10 also there will be ASCII value that will be get converted. Got it? So in the normal coding, this is how we will be representing it actually. Uint 8, int 8. 8 means what? 8 bits. 8 bits. Character means what? 8 bits, right? So that's why I will be giving uint 8 underscore t. So which is also will take 255 only. So this I will be doing the typecasting. Uint 8 equal to character. They both will be same. Signed character int 8. So int 16 short means 16 bit it will take. Int 32 u into 32 means 32 bits means 4 bits. So 4 bits means 0 to this is the big value. Till this range it could able to store. Uint 32 underscore t t means typecasting means. This is k is the parameter here, which is a type of uint 32 or unsigned integer, which could able to store the 32 bits of data, which can be range from 0 to this much range. Guys, any doubts here? Are you able to understand? So in nowhere we will be using the int or signed int, short k, char k, and all those things. Everywhere we will be using uint 8, int 16, int 32. Float we will be using it. Float also float 16, float 32 like that. Boolean we will be using it. Boolean underscore t like that. You can see here. Somewhere I might be having it. See uint 8 instead of character I will be using uint 8. Uint 8 in the sense unsigned integer 8 bits, which is already typecasted with the character. So here left neighbor, left index is the parameter or variable name, which is of type uint 8, means that this is a character type which could able to store maximum value of 255. So I have assigned the 0, which is a valid range. So like that it will be there. You can see somewhere like this is also uint 8. Then let me show. Able to find out. See boolean underscore t. This is a true or false kind of parameter. So I am just making it as a boolean. False value also again 0 only. That you can store into the uint 8 also. But for the better coding purpose, we might have done the typecasting for the boolean. So and we are using it either true or false. This false again it will be 0 only. Got it right? This is how we will be using in the real time. You can see here uint 16 n is the parameter name. Uint 16 t is the parameter name. Uint 32 a is the parameter. Uint 32 control is the parameter name. The parameter names, it's up to the programmer. However he wanted to use, you can keep your name also. You can keep the parameter name. That's how it will be. And we have seen the what and all variables also. What is int a comma b is there means a and b are the variables, which is just naming convention for the some memory locations. Character a comma b is like a and b are the some memory locations. Okay, this arrays I will be seeing it in the next class, and I wanted all of you to come up with some idea what is this storage classes for tomorrow class. Okay, what is the need of storage class? What is the how exactly in the C programming we will be seeing the storage class? How exactly we will be seeing the storage classes in the C language? What is the scope of them? What will be the default values for all the storage classes is what I am expecting for all of you guys to be come up with for tomorrow class. Any questions till now?
No.
Fine, right? You guys are able to understand something, right?
Lokesh, I have
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
Actually, you take an int 32, right? It
Correct.
is not comfort. You take int 64 that time it will rotate, right? Here I take int a.
Int 64 means what? 8 bytes, okay. 8 bytes, right? 8 bytes means what? Double
Yeah.
you can make it. Double or long. it will come. So in that way you can make it uint 64 also fine. So int 64 means 2 power 64. This value will be very big one. You
Yeah,
can
that
make
much
it,
of
it's
memory
very
wastage.
it's very rare cases where we will be using the uint 64. Until uint 32 is a fine enough. Which parameter could hold that in the billions or millions? Uint 32 in the sense 2 power 32, which will become in the some billions, trillions, I think. Trillions.
Okay, okay.
Any other doubts? No other doubts, I